Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jespy and today we're going to be doing another build on my Oslo, Norway inspired island called Osløya. The build that we're going to be working on today is this farmer's market build. I watched this TikTok by this creator a couple of years ago who makes a bunch of really cool and unique builds on Animal Crossing, and the one that I'm referring to is this street market build that she made, and I really liked it and thought that it would be perfect for this section of my island because I wanted to make a little farmer's market slash street market that sells a lot of produce because there is this area in Oslo, Norway called Greenland. It's just a couple of streets on the east side of Oslo that have a bunch of grocery stores that sell produce on the streets, and then on the inside it has some more processed and packaged foods in the grocery store section. So it was a really cheap and economical place for students like myself to shop while we were in Oslo. But as you see here, everything is kind of colored really weirdly, like there's no cohesive theme because I watched the tutorial and just kind of wanted to map out where I wanted all of the items. So there is no structure or color scheme right now, and I sort of just wanted to finish this up. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just remove everything that's already here, and then I'll take inventory of everything that I have, head over to Harv's Island, recolor stuff, and then start placing things down properly where they belong. So let's get started with that. Also, I'm actually filming this literally the night before I'm posting it. I post on 10 a.m. every single Friday, and it is currently 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, so I have to record this entire video and then edit it and then get it ready to upload to YouTube. So it's gonna be a little bit hectic tonight, but it's been a little bit of a hectic week. I have a family member in the hospital right now, and I was planning on recording on the day that they ended up in the hospital, but then I really just wasn't in the mood, to be honest. So I want to stick to my schedule, and so I'm forcing myself to record today, but I definitely am still a little bit stressed. So we'll see how this all ends up going, but I'm hoping that this can take my mind off of things because I think that that will help a lot. So now I'm just gonna get the island designer started up here. I'm gonna work on the pathing and the terraforming a little bit. I don't know if I want to keep the terraforming how it is right now because I don't know if I'm gonna keep the buildings kind of how they were. Oh my gosh. That was my final straw, to be honest. Okay, now that we have this blank slate, I think that I'm actually gonna map out kind of how I want everything to be first, because I think I do have enough retro transportation stops and storefronts in order to be able to mock up what I want things to look like before I go and recolor. The tutorial had these little inlaid areas where there was a sign on top, and I'm not sure if I want mine to be like that or not. So I'm just gonna carve out these little sections, but then in these little spots there was the retro transportation stop, but I need it to actually be the other way around, like that. If I have them inlaid like this, it would give me a little bit more space to walk through, because in the previous mock-up that I had, this walkway was very thin and kind of hard to walk through, so this would give a little bit more space. Let me just see. I'm gonna put this back. Also, this video might very well be all over the place. My mind is a little bit all over the place right now, and I honestly have a lot less of a plan going into this build than I did last week. For the food court build that I did last week, I sort of knew every restaurant that I wanted, and I had to go to Treasure Islands to prepare and grab all of the items that I needed, so I had to be pretty prepared, and I had to do research of what items even existed to know which ones that I wanted. But this week, I kind of know that I already have all of the items, so I figured I'll just wing it, and it's showing a little bit, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so in the tutorial, basically a bunch of little like houses were made with storefronts and retro transportation stops like that, and they alternated whether or not they were like side to side or front to back like this. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and place a bunch of these down. Yeah, when I started making my YouTube channel, I thought that it would be a really good idea because I'm a yapper and I love to talk, and I'm really good at talking for hours and hours and hours, and I thought that it would be easy and that recording the videos would be like the easiest part for me because I could just keep talking. But one thing that no one tells you, or like you have to just kind of experience for yourself, is that commentating on your gameplay while you're doing it and making sure that you're like being interesting but also actively doing stuff in game is really hard. I struggle a lot with being able to talk and also be doing something in Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing is such a laid back, chill game that I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine doing something so much harder than this. Like even like a platformer or something. A chill platformer I feel like would still be way harder than doing Animal Crossing. If I start getting on a tangent on something, I just like stop doing anything. Like right now I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. I would just straight up forget what I'm supposed to be doing if I'm talking at the same time. So honestly, major props to anyone who does this. It's very impressive and I hope that I get to that point where I get a lot better at doing this. Okay, wait, that's cute, I think. Okay, and then I think that I will maybe get rid of this and then start the every other stall section that I was talking about. Okay, and so for instance here, I would have retro transportation stops in this little section and it would kind of look like a little building protruding from here. And so I need 3 of them. Oh my gosh, I only had 2 left over. Let me go to my storage because I think I have some more. Okay, I grabbed a ton more retro transportation stops and storefronts. So let's get these placed down. And then I need something to cover this here, but I think that I was just gonna put the store shelf that I had to cover this section here. And then there would also be on each one of these little squares that are protruding out, there's gonna be a little sign. But yeah, I can't actually remember how things were placed here. I know that I had a simple panel that made it look like you were walking into a shop, but I don't remember how I had that. So now I'm a little bit confused. So I had a stall, but where was the door? Oh, you know what I had? I had a storefront, but backwards, and it was kind of covering like that, I think. And then the door was in the middle. Oh my gosh, I should have like taken a reference photo before I did this. You know what, scratch the whole idea with the signs going on these little sections. So I'm actually just gonna push everything over and fit in another transportation stop or 2. Can I fit in 2 more? Oh my gosh, I can. So then for the front here, I actually genuinely have no idea what I want to do. Let me just try out a couple of things and I'll come back to you. Okay, I kind of like this. I know that there's nothing on this side yet, so I still need to add that, but I kind of like this. But then part of me sort of wants to move everything over by 1 and then put the same kind of thing here with like houses going along here so that it looks a little bit better and more like a neighborhood, because this is supposed to be a nice little section that's like a little park in a slightly nicer, more residential area of town. So I think maybe I'll move everything over 1. Okay, I think I do kind of like it. I just would need to put some sort of item here to sort of hide this like open siding. But I do think it's cute and I think that it makes this area look a little bit nicer rather than just having a bunch of cliffs here. But before I go and place down everything else, I'm going to go to Harv's Island and recolor everything. I will be back after I finish recoloring all of this stuff. Okay, I'm back, but it's actually a lot later. I ended up getting a snack and then playing with my cats, and recoloring everything actually took a lot longer than I anticipated that it would, but now I'm ready to build. So I recolored everything into 2 or 3 different colors so that it does still kind of have this like mismatched vibe, but it's a little bit more coherent and there's not just like a billion colors everywhere. So I think first I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to replace all the buildings that belong on the top, because they're the ones that are the hardest to do and require me to have this extra little piece here, which means that I can't build anything in this place until after I have all these other ones placed. Also, a little side note, I got a haircut from Harriet while I was at Harv's Island, and I ended up really liking this one. I thought it was cute, so I kept it. Little wardrobe change in the middle of the video. I will now go up there and replace all of the storefronts and retro transportation stops that I need, and I want them to be on this square and that square. I don't know what colors are which, but I kind of want the ones to be brown here. Okay, because brown is like the most neutral color. I think I have brown, yellow, and red for the storefronts, but I don't want it to look like too chaotic from the front. So I think this is good. And then for the transportation stops, I kind of don't really care what colors go where. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay, I think that's looking pretty cute. So now I just need to destroy all the cliffs over here so that I can place down the storefronts that belong in this area. But then everything that I have to do is just going to be on the ground, so that'll be a little less frustrating, I think. I'll be back when I've gotten all of this destroyed. And then really quick before I place any items down, I am just going to put down some custom design padding so that in case any of it peeks through, you see that instead of the grass. But I started filming at like 8:30 and now it's almost 11 p.m. because of the break that I took, and I'm pretty tired and I still have to edit this whole video tonight, so keep me in your thoughts and prayers, guys, because I'm pretty tired already. Which I did wake up pretty late today, so honestly, it's a bit ridiculous how tired I feel right now. But now I can place a couple of storefronts, and I do think that I want the whole front part of this section to just be brown, so I'm just going to place a couple of brown storefronts before I start placing the other colors that I have. And I'll also place down the storefront that belongs here. This is just going to be the one that the simple panel door goes in front of, so I'm just going to place that down as well. And that's looking pretty cute. I don't know if I like this or not. I definitely don't like that. I don't want to be able to see through, but I am going to put like an item here. Does that look cute or does it look dumb? Whatever, I'm going to move on. I'm going to actually place this to cover up over here, but I really think it's starting to shape up and look pretty cute, so that's kind of exciting. And then for these, I was kind of thinking about having them not be right next to each other because I kind of want to put the little fairy light item in between, but I don't know how cramped that'll be, so let me try that. Plain party lights arch. Okay, so if those are there, and then we push all of these so that they're up against it, would that look cute? I think that this was a horrible idea to come into this build with very little plan, because now I don't know what to do. I don't know if this is turning out horrible or if it's actually kind of cute. I guess we'll see, but I mean, I just need to kind of finish something. I need to stop freaking out so much because it's Animal Crossing. Everything can be changed and probably will be changed at some point. And it's not the end of the world if it doesn't look the cutest that it could, or if I have a better idea that pops up later. I just need to keep reminding myself that. Okay, I can't tell if this is cute. I think it looks pretty cute so far, but I haven't even done this other side yet. Sorry, Marshall, I'm gonna need you to leave. I know that I had a storefront and then I had a stall. I got that stall, but I don't know if I really love it. I think I do actually want this storefront to be red though. I think that would be a little bit cuter. Yeah, that breaks up a little bit of the brown that we got going on. So now let me just put another red one. The problem is that it's not really looking like a farmer's market. I think I just need to get a couple of items that give grocery store rather than just alleyway. I customized the stalls to have this fruit pattern on it, but now it's kind of giving Christmas, so I don't know how I feel about it. I think that I might put down some fruit here. Pears are my native fruit to this island, so I think I'll put a pear there. And on this stall, I'll also just put a veggie basket and a fruit basket there so that it can look a little bit more like it sells vegetables and fruits in the stalls. And on top of this, maybe I'll also put another basket of some sort. Oh, hey Molly, you're so cute. Okay, I think it's looking significantly cuter actually. I think I'm just gonna call it here because honestly, it's almost midnight now and I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse. I think that it turned out pretty cute and there are some adjustments that I'll probably make in terms of changes that I might want to make in the future. These designs on the stalls, I might want to make my own rather than just downloading one from the custom designs portal. I might want to change the colorings of some of these things and the placement. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty cute, and in general it does look like a little market street, so I can't complain. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this week's build. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back again next Friday with another one. Bye!